Hey, hello everybody. It's Dawn Bourget with Dawn's Creative Chalet. Today is March the 1st. It seems so weird to say that, but you know what? Spring is on the horizon. I'm good with that. Welcome on in. As you find me in your newsfeed, go ahead and say hello. I'm here, I think, a couple of minutes early. I'm going to make sure that I'm where I need to be and all that good stuff as you guys find me. Let's see here. Looks like I am. We're doing good. Good start. Hopefully this week won't be a hot mess like last week. We'll see what happens. I've been keeping an eye on my phone and it hasn't been overheating all week. So keep our fingers and all that crossed. Anyway, I'm glad that you're here. And today we have something fun. It's one of the sweets that will be available starting Tuesday, and it's one of my personal favorites. And the funny thing is I don't know how to do all that stuff, but I love mason jars. So if that gives you a big hint, if you haven't seen the little hint that I posted earlier today, you'll figure it out soon. Anyway, once again, I'm glad that you're here. For those of you who are not part of the community yet, make sure to join my newsletter. Just open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to the QR code, and it will take you right where you need to be. And it takes you about a minute, and then you're all set to go. As far as other little QR codes and things, here you'll find where to shop. And if you would like to join the Chalet Stampers and receive some pretty awesome discounts on your goodies, because I know a lot of you do purchase. And I also want to welcome those who are new on our team who joined with us during this past month. I'm glad to have you, whether you're returning or you're new. So thank you for being a part of us. We love more in our tribe, don't we, Evelyn? Hello, happy Sunday crafternoon, my friend. So let's go ahead and jump on in so we can get to doing some stamping. Just a reminder that I'm also on YouTube. So if you're not, or if you're there, but you don't have me as being subscribed, go ahead and do that. Hit the bell. It will turn black, and that will give you the notifications whenever I load stuff on YouTube. Hello, Evelyn. Also, the other place that you might want to check out is my blog. That's kind of like my central hub. Hey, Kristen, happy Sunday crafternoon. And there you find all the things over there, whether it's the pictures of the projects, the products that we've used, links to those that go to my online store. All of those things are found right there. And also the replay. So if you just like to hang out over on my blog, I'd love that. Also, make sure you say hi. Go ahead and comment on it and let me know that you've been there. And as far as things that are coming up here locally at the Chalet in the Ludington-Scottville area, first of all, this Thursday we have creative card class. That's going to be fun. We're using the Nature's Symphony suite of products, so that's going to be a good time. And please let me know by tomorrow if you will be attending, in case we have any last minute stragglers. I'd love to have you, but I also want to make sure I'm prepared for you. So make sure to let me know by tomorrow evening if you're going to be here for that, for this Thursday, March the 5th. This class has been bumped up because the following week I will be in warm, hopefully sunny California. So it's a Stampin' Up event. I'm so excited to be a part of that. Also, as we get into the latter part of March, we have the Cute as a Bug class coming up. That's a product class. And let me know by this Thursday if you want to attend, because I have, in fact, I need to check the inventory status report because I don't know. Like, I should have done it before I got on here, but I didn't. But anyway, that's here nor there. Also, this Friday already is Starbucks coming up. That's Sip and Stamp, where you make a free craft. Just come on over to the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks, and the only thing you need to do is bring a smile and possibly a friend. But that's optional, or make a few new friends. But anyway, come on over and make a free craft with me. I hang out there. I usually get there actually by 10:30. I don't really tell people that, but like I'm there half the day at Starbucks the first Friday of the month. I just kind of hang out there. Anyway, noon to 2 is the actual time to do that. So if you'd like to come on over and hang out with me, say hello, make a craft, that's this Friday, March the 6th, noon to 2 at the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. And then as we get into April, we have, I forgot to change, looks like a date on there. Oopsie. So the second Thursday of April, which I think is the 12th. Anyway, second Thursday of April. We'll have creative card class again, and then product inclusive class. And again, I'm moving that date to the very last Thursday of the month. And I think that we've decided, I've made an executive decision to change up what we're going to be doing. So I need to work on that today and change it in the classroom on the sign-up sheet as well. I think we're going to do the same suite that we're doing today, which is filled with sweetness instead of the lovely and something or another's. All the flowers that are in the front part of the mini catalog. I think we're going to change it up. So anyway, I'm working on that today after I'm done here with you guys creating. And then, of course, just FYI in the not so distant future, May 16th, that's on a Saturday from 10 until 1, unless I otherwise state, will be my big BOGO sale in Scottville at the Amber Township Hall. So if you're interested in that, put it on your calendar now. The time may be later, depending on if Amber Township allows me to get into their hall early. There's a story behind that. We won't get into it, but I'm just very frustrated, but whatever. Anyway, so it'll be on the 16th no matter what. Okay, also just a reminder that we have a new bundle of the month. It's a new month, new bundle. So we're going to be featuring the Extraordinary Flora bundle for March. And this is 16 projects and also 16 video tutorials with all the measurements and a written tutorial and color photos. All the good things, I should say. My tongue is tied, as it always is when I get on here. Anyway, bundle of the month for March, Extraordinary Flora, and you can get this for free with the $75 minimum order in my online store. And here's just a little teaser. I think it's kind of cute. Okay, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, today, also, well, not today, I guess it has been, till the 10th of the month, you can sign up for the Fluttering Garden Paper Pumpkin Kit. So if you are into the hummingbirds like I am, in fact, I was just thinking to myself, it's March. As we get into next month, I need to start hanging my hummingbird feeder out because from my understanding, I guess, I don't know a whole lot about this stuff, but I guess hummingbirds are kind of territorial and they want to plant their spot for the season. So I want my hummingbirds. I didn't get many last year. Anyway, sorry about that. That was like a squirrel moment, but sign up by the 10th if you would like to receive this kit. Okie dokie. Also, as we approach into this month, I believe starting on Tuesday, we have a new product of the month. That's what I was looking for in my brain. Product of the month called Notes of Spring. It's a stamp set. It's so cute. I'm going to give you even a closer up view here. Let me grab this. They're all kind of sticking together, all my pages. But isn't that absolutely adorable? Now, to be able to receive the product of the month, just a reminder, and I know I keep saying this and I sound like a broken record, but don't be a Dawn. So if you have a minimum of a $75 order in your cart before the shipping and the tax, and even if you're like using your Stampin' Rewards, make sure it's at the $75 mark or more. And at the graph on the top, you're going to see this little, it's going to let you know. It's a graph. And it will let you know that you have qualified for the product of the month. You need to click on that button. You need to then physically pick out the product of the month that you want. Now, we started this whole thing in December. And as far as I know, we still have December, January, and February's along with March that will be available starting on Tuesday. So you'll have 4 different to choose from if you haven't purchased them previously. So at the $75 mark, you get to choose one of these items for $5. But you need to hit the button to put it into your cart. Don't be a Dawn and forget to do that step. I know I say that every week, but I gotta laugh at myself because if I don't, then I'm gonna be kicking myself, which I already did. Anyway, so there's Notes of Spring. And then of course, just to remind you, I believe we still have Painted Illusions from February. Fabulous Sayings from January, which is a stamp set. And the very first, which was in December, the True Blue Florals, which is really pretty. So anyway, wanted to remind you of that. So if you're getting close to the $75 mark, you might want to just bump it over and get an item for $5. Also, just a reminder, January online exclusives have been out, obviously, and we get these online exclusives every other month. So make sure to continually check out my online store for all the new stuff. And speaking of new, we have this coming out on Tuesday. All of this goodness right here. So this is a bunch of the new online exclusive products. And on Tuesday morning, I will be posting a link so that you can view this PDF pamphlet, booklet, I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, it's reference to all the new things. And it's a little bit easier to shop when you can see it all in one area. At least that's the way my brain works. But anyway, so March online exclusives will be available starting March the 2nd, along with some new kits in our kits collection. And gosh, I think there's something else, but I'm forgetting it. Oh well. And of course, just to remind you guys that this catalog is available till the end of April, along with our annual catalog. Now, I mentioned to you that I'll be going to Long Beach, California. That'll be March 11th through the 15th. And that is for the Stampin' Up. It's like a convention. It's what we call on stage. Whoops, sorry. I had to pick something up off the floor. Anyway, and with that being said, we're going to see a new catalog. There's a lot of changes. We'll get into a little bit more as it gets closer, because I know you guys can't see it anyway, right? That's just a big tease. But I'll be sending out an email with information about some of the changes, and they're very good changes. I'm very excited about those things. Okay, are you guys ready to get stamping today? So first of all, I want to show you what we're working with. Let's see here, which you kind of had an idea. I did show you. I posted a little sneaky peeky at this suite of product. It's really, really cute. Now, if you guys can think back to the holiday catalog, it seems so long ago, but yet it's not. We had a bundle in there that has a gingerbread man. And the gingerbread man you could cut and make it so that you could fold it over and make it like a, I don't know, kind of sort of like a dimensional gingerbread man. You could make them into a tag, that type of thing. Well, here is the same concept with a mason jar. So stinking cute. So starting Tuesday, you can get your hands on this if you're not a demonstrator. I'm going to give you a close-up of the stamp set. So cute. I know I keep saying that, but it is really cute. So you have the mason jar, and it will cut out the mason jar together. I'll show you this. Whoops. My jars are all sticking together. Okay, so it cuts it out like that. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Oh my gosh. I'll show you the rest of those in a little bit. But anyway, that'll give you a good idea. So I tell you what, I'm going to keep this here. Whoops. Grab that back. It's sticking again, darn it. So this die right here is for the top of the jar. We have tags. We have this cute little heart. We have this bow, which is this little guy right here. First I was like, what is this for? Is to wrap around the jar and then to attach the bow to make it look like it's all connected together. Isn't that cute? I'm going to give you a close up of that. And then also we have a couple more, what do you want to call these? Labels for the sentiments in it. And they also cut a little bit of like a piercing around it, which I think is so cute. Let's see, what else? Oh, this one I didn't cut out. Also, of course, you have your strawberry and blueberries. A thing that's really well known in our area as we get into spring and summer, right? We're an area where we live in Michigan where we're blessed to have a lot of yummy fruits and veggies. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. And I mix the berries. I'm going to show you something else here too. Grab that. Oh, by the way, here is a embossing folder that goes with it as well. Isn't that adorable? And then we have, this is not like a double suite, but this is another bundle that coordinates with this bundle. And I had to get it. I just had to. And then I started making fruits, little fruits. And then hey, Lisa, happy Sunday Crafternoon. And when I did, I had people asking, where did you get that? How did you make those? So it was from the Made with Sweetness. So this is filled with sweetness. This is made with sweetness. And this is a little, it's kind of geared toward, I will say, like for scrapbooking. It has the larger sentiments in it. Speaking of scrapbooking, I did some really cute scrapbook pages to show you guys too that has all this stuff in it. And then here's our fruit right here. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking adorable. And then we also have, if you're into recipes, I'm going to turn this way so you can actually see it. We have a very large recipe card and a smaller recipe card. But what's really cool about these little fruities as well is that depending on the colors you use, this could be a lemon, a lime, whatever. This could be an apple, a peach, whatever else you can think of. Of course, we have our blueberry. And this little piece here helps it to look like a peach as such. I'll show you more samples of this afterwards, but you're going to have to wait. I have to tease you somehow to stay, right? You got to hang with me. Also, this is, I guess it could be a blackberry, raspberry, and a strawberry, and cherries, which of course we're really well known for in West Michigan. Okay. So, one other thing I wanted to show you guys too that goes with all of this stuff is the Designer Series paper. It's what makes it absolutely adorable. So the colors that are featured in this are Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Granny Apple Green, Misty Moonlight, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and of course white. But isn't that cute? And then we also have a 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock pack, which features the 6 colors in it. And I love to do it this way so you can actually see the two-tone in the paper. Now, why am I showing you this? Honestly, I've had a warm, excuse me, I should say a warm, I can't even talk, a slow warm up to our 12 by 12 cardstock. That's two-tone because it's just a little different. It's a little thinner, and I get it because a lot of scrapbookers don't want any additional bulk in their scrapbooks. So we've geared towards this lighter weight cardstock. I do like the fact, though, that it's two-tone, and there's also a white core. So let's say, for an example, you go ahead and you emboss with this little guy, and you use a little light sanding block. These little berries are going to pop right out at you, and it's going to look really cool. What I also like doing with this two-tone cardstock, let me give you an example here. Here's the berry, and I use the light and the dark to make the berry. See what I mean? Now, if I wanted this to be a little lighter color, then I would have used the lighter side of the 12 by 12. But anyway, it gives you some fun options with the berries. And I will sneaky peeky with one more thing here. So here are I made them into peaches. They could be apples, depending on the colors that you use, right? And art, it's all relative. So anyway, I use the two-tone on this as well. So it really gives you some depth. So if you guys have been a little on the fence about the 12 by 12 cardstock, it really is a lot of fun to play with. Like I said, I just had a slow warm up to loving it and playing with it, but I get it now. It's finally sinking in. I get it. So anyway, I wanted to show you that as well. And then we also have these cute little embellishments that we're going to use. There's itty bitty strawberries, and then we have the strawberry slush, and I believe this is Misty Moonlight and the dots. What else am I not showing here? I think I got it all. Oh, the ribbon. The ribbon. Can't forget this. Check this out, you guys. Isn't that not the cutest ribbon ever? I love it. And it's in Misty Moonlight and white. So cute. Okay, let's get chopping, shall we? So first of all, I want to show you this card here. I love it. And what I did is I cut these images out of the designer series paper. Super easy. There was absolutely no coloring, which was right up my alley because you guys know I am a very lazy crafter. I love it cute, but I don't want to have to work so hard at having it be cute. So anyway, we start out with a piece of basic white, which is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I didn't cut a liner in it, although you could to make it just a little bit, you know, top notch. But I was, like I said, a little lazy. I did cut this piece of the DSP at 4 1/4 by 5.5. It's going to cover the entire card front. Here's the back of it. Oops, there you go. So you can see the cute itty bitty hearts. Isn't that adorable? Love it. So we have to have spoons for our jams and such, right? So I'm going to go ahead and attach this with my multi-purpose liquid glue. I just filled my bottle here with, because I gosh darn, talk already. I transferred this glue into that bottle because I have better control with it with that itty bitty nozzle on the top. There we go. I always like to tap it against there, line it up, and then go ahead and give it a little bit of love. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my dimensionals here. And I like to go ahead and just kind of eyeball things, right? I'm very visual, and I kind of want to see where I want to put all the things. Isn't this little guy cute? He's adorable. And let's see. I'm going to put him right about here-ish. And we'll put this probably down here. Yeah, that looks good. What do you guys think? And then this is the tag, like I was showing you, that we're going to stamp on. I like that. I like the size of it because other sentiments can fit in there as well. You don't have to use just this, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grab some of these dimensionals. And yes, I filled my room with dimensionals once again. And please don't fret. I wasn't out of dimensionals. I know last week I said that. They were just in the other room and I couldn't get to them. I cannot be without these. These are like the best things ever. Just saying. Oh my gosh. I would freak out if I was like completely out of dimensionals, you guys. That would be a very scary situation. Okay. And we're just going to scatter these little guys here, there, and everywhere. I think, honestly, I might put this down with just a little bit of glue since I'm playing with so many dimensionals. And we'll just keep him right up there. And then let's go ahead and attach these. I wanted to feel my phone to make sure it's not overheating. I'm paranoid about that now. That was so weird. Okay. Wouldn't that be exciting, have a phone just combust in front of you during a live? Okay, there we are. All right, that looks really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my thank you from that set along with Misty Moonlight ink. And I want it so that I can going to have the bow over on the right-hand side. Oh my goodness sake. Sometimes my brain just doesn't want to work. There we go. That looks pretty darn good. And yes, I know I have a dimensional on my hand. Sometimes I walk around the house with these on me. I forget that they're even there because I do it so often. Okay, we're going to use this one. And let's see. A couple more. Whoops, he doesn't want to peel off of there. There we go. And I've already tied my bow with linen thread. Get my mini glue dot here. Stick it on there. Just like so. And then I want to bring in these cute little embellishments. We're going to play with these. I love these. Everything is always better, I say, with a ribbon and embellishments, right? Let's see. I need my take your pick tool, which I think ran off on me again. You know, I just don't understand why my tools never want to stay in place. Oh, it's right in front of me. Jeez. Jeez, Dawn. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and scatter these cute little critters. They're not critters, they're berries, Dawn. But they are adorable. Look at those. Whoops, ooh, it's not. There we go. Aren't those the cutest stinking little berries you've ever seen? Like, I love them. And then we'll put one here and one over here. Okay. There we go. There's card number 1. I actually have probably too many projects for you guys because I just kept going with this, but I hope that you'll enjoy them. Let's go ahead and do the next card, which is this one right here. I am using the Tiny Bee Trinkets on this card is the embellishment, and as far as I know, the last time I checked, which was last week, they were still available in the online store. Bring all my berries here. So I did go ahead and cheat, and I colored and cut out my berries. We have blueberries and some strawberries here. I'm going to open these up so we have them handy when I'm ready for them. Just don't keep these in front of me because I will spill them all over on the floor. That's the way I roll. Okay, also cut out these cute little flowers from the dies that are in the bundle, and that is Lemon Lolly. And I want to show you guys a close-up of that cute embossing folder. Isn't that cool? Love it. Absolutely love it. And our card base is basic white thick cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and attach this directly to the card base with multi-purpose liquid glue. And this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, I love it. White on white is just, you know, it's good. It's so good. Okay, I'm going to bring in my label that I've cut with my basic white and from the, oh my goodness, Dawn, think already. From the bundle. We're using Strawberry Slush ink. Bring in my stamp. Trying to debate, do I want to do the same sentiment or not? I will. Why not? We'll do this. Okay. That block I think is going to work better. Go ahead, ink it up. Now, as I'm inking up my stamp and stuff, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Actually, it's not so much a secret. It's been floating around already. But we are going to change our ink pads from foam back to felt, what we had eons ago. And felt is coming back, baby. It is. It's returning. There's some benefits. Whoa, sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. That was loud. There's benefits to the felt, and I'm excited to have them bring it back. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sentiment down first. What did I just do with these? There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and play with the layout around the sentiment. So you're asking, well, what are the benefits? One of the biggest benefits is that felt pads are going to hold more ink. You won't have to refill your ink in your pads as often, which that's a good bonus, right? The other thing is, like we've had the little mishaps with Cloud Cover, and then there was another color. I can't think of it offhand, but we had an issue with the consistency. They said the chemistry of it, right? Sometimes inks and the chemicals in the inks that are used don't always like our foam pads. So we've had some things that we've had to do, like not be able to have a Cloud Cover ink pad. Things like that. So not that it's going to totally guarantee, but we're going to have a better chance of better consistency on ink when it's mixed and putting it into our ink pads, which I think is pretty cool. Who knew, right? You learn all these interesting tidbits. But yeah, so those are a couple of the benefits. The other thing is the way that the ink pad is, the container the ink pad is going to be made is going to have magnets. Yes, thank you, Evelyn. Purple Posy. You guys remember the Purple Posy mishap? That was the same issue with the chemistry of an ink pad not jiving with our foam pads. I get it. It's a chemistry thing. And I was never really good at chemistry, but I do understand when my ink pads don't work. But anyway, what else? Oh, the magnet. They're going to have a magnet in the pads, so it's going to be easier for those of you who maybe have arthritis and it's hard to open up some of our ink pads, and I totally get it. And that's going to fix an issue as well, which I think is pretty cool. So that will be one less problem to worry about. And the cool thing too is that when they stack, they're going to stick together. So if you're working on your table, like I do, I have how many ink pads out at one time, right? And then you try to put them in a pile, then they're all tumbling over. You won't have that problem. The magnet will help you have them stuck together for a while, unless you unstick them. So I think that's pretty cool. Just a few of the bonuses. And when I'm in Long Beach, California, March 11th through 15th, we get our hands on those, get to play with them. The cool thing is they're only going to introduce this new ink pad, what do you want to call it? I want to say formulation. I don't know if that's really the right word. But anyway, the new ink pads are going to be introduced with our 5 new in colors first. And then next year, if you choose to do so, you can purchase the rest of your colors of ink pads in that new magnetic case. So it gives you time to play with them, get used to them, adjust to them, that kind of thing, if you choose. If you want the new ink colors, I guess you don't really have a choice because they're going to be in the new ink cases. Let's see if we put this one down here. Isn't that cute? Love it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. It's one of the exciting new things that are going to be happening, and I'll share more with you while I'm in Long Beach, California. So make sure to continuously check back whether you're in both my community and here on my Facebook page. Okay. But I won't be, that reminds me, I will not be doing a live on the 15th of March. But I will be back thereafter. But the 15th, no live, because I will be sharing so much with you. You're going to be tired of seeing me. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, oops, I took that away from you guys. I wanted to show you that again. There you go. So this is card number 2. But yeah, very exciting things are in the horizon, you guys. Okay, here is card number 3. I need to like speedy up here because I got too much to show you. Oh my gosh. But I know you guys have things to do too. Okay, so this card here, whoops, I'm losing all my bits and bobbles. What I did, I stamped the big jar. I did this all in advance. I'm going to show you this. And when I cut it out, I just went ahead and cut out the entire thing. So you guys seen that the die is long. So it'll basically cut it so it can be like this, right? Well, what I did is I just went ahead after I cut it, and I cut it down the crease because it will score it for you when you cut that big jar die. So we just have this. The other part gone. And I wanted to put it on a card front. So let's go ahead and do that and decorate it. So this is a piece of Misty Moonlight. It's kind of like a blue jean type blue. And I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then I have a piece of basic white. And this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put that inside the card as like a little liner piece, just like that. Now I'm going to set this aside and let's decorate our mason jar. So I chose to use this. This is the back side of that designer paper. We're going to go ahead and use that for the top of our jar. So cute, isn't it? Love it. Okay. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Get it on there straight. That would kind of help, wouldn't it? And then this little die here that I was talking about, I was like at first, what in the heck is that? That is going to go right around the mason jar, just like that. Okay. There we are. And then I should, whoops, it's sticking to me because I already got glue on me. Go figure. Happens every week. And then we've cut out the bow in white as well. Just put a little tiny dab of glue right there. And that should hold it right in place. It's already taking shape, isn't it? Isn't that adorbs? And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll stamp the label. Love you very much. And let's use Misty Moonlight ink. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Everything is sticking to me. Alrighty. Ink it up. And line it up, hopefully in the middle-ish. That looks pretty good. I'm good with that. Clean this up before I get it all over my Highland Heather-ish looking sweatshirt. Don't think blue would look good on it. Not today anyway. Okay, bring our jar back in. I'm going to go ahead and put this on with dimensionals. So what have you guys been up to this weekend? Anything fun and exciting? I know in Michigan we've seen a little bit of sun. I didn't do too much. If I did, I can't remember what it was. Hung out here for most of it. Okay, there we go. The latter part of the week, though, I did go out of town to Grand Rapids, if those of you who are in Michigan know where that's kind of located. And I went to a home show. And then went to a new place. Evelyn's going to laugh because she knows that we're always finding the yummy bakeries. But we found this place. I think technically it's Byron Center. is where it's located, the city. I don't know. I just say all of that area is Grand Rapids to me, but anyway, called the Salted Cupcake. Oh my goodness sakes. All I got to say is they're creme brulee. I don't know what they call them. I could not pronounce it, but I call them a donut. Oh, it's like biting into a tiramisu cloud. You'd think I was a foodie or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was so good. Oh my gosh. They even make pup cakes. So Pearl had that last night. She was in her glory, but I think it gave her gas. Not so good. So that won't happen again, but she enjoyed it nonetheless. Okay, what I did is, this is crushed curry. I'm sure that was TMI, wasn't it? Crushed curry, and I took my Crop-A-Dile and I punched out these little itty bitty circles. So we have centers for our flowers. Oh, goodness. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on the last card? I did. I got my nails didded. Yeah, I went to go see my man, too. He did my nails for me. I figured since I was there, I should. Because I'm thinking about this color for on stage. Because I'm going to be packing a lot of purple. I know, you guys, I'm crazy. But anyways, so I was like, you know, maybe we'll change it up. We'll try purple. I haven't worn purple in a while. Okay, let's see here. Uh-oh. Oh, he's stuck. And this stuff came out like major. It's like major poster putty on the end of this. What a mess. Okay. Anyway, we're going to try to... Come on, little guy. Get in there. It's upside down, but you know what? It's okay. I'm going to choose my battles. There we are. Okay. And I think I have everything that I need on this one. So we're going to get rid of those. And I'm going to bring this back in because I didn't put my little embellishments on it. So for these little bees, they do not have adhesive on the bottom side. So your best way to adhere these is to not go nutty with your glue. In fact, where's my sample here? We'll go by the sample. I'm going to put a little drop of glue wherever I want these. That and that. And I guess one here. Now the trick is to find where I put the glue when it's white on white, right? Okay, anyway, bring this guy back in. And we're going to put these little bees. Hopefully, they're going to stick or not. Oops. And where else? Oh, here we go. Some down here. And another one over here. Uh-oh. He doesn't want to stay. Come on, cooperate. Please. There we go. And then I think I have one more here. Whoops. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, maybe he'll stick. Ish. Okay, there we go. Now we're better. Now it's a complete card. All right. And then this is another that we've just completed here. I don't know. What do you guys think of this whole suite of product? I think it's adorbs. Love it. Okay, so next card here. Uh-oh. And by the way, you know what? I got to put this to the card. I think my mind is going faster because I know I have a lot to show you. So I'm like, oh gosh, I got to get this done. Oh wait, I forgot to put the card together. Yeah, that's where my mind is today. Okay. So anyway, after we've decorated this mason jar, I'm just attaching it to the front onto the card base with dimensionals. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Love it. So here's the original and here's the other. You'll have to tell me, you guys, which one you end up liking the best. But there's just so many. Okay, and then this here, I thought we would play a little bit more with the mason jar. Now this one, we're going to make it into a tag. So once again, that big die, I went ahead with a larger piece of white. I stamped the mason jar. I laid the die down on top of it, and instead of slicing it, we're going to keep it just like this so we can hang it from a bag or whatever. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. Anyway, so I thought we would just go ahead and just deck this out because I already had it cut. And it was one of the things I thought of playing with, and I thought, you know what, let's just do it. So if you guys are here for a couple of extra minutes, do you mind hanging with me? Okay, and then we're going to put this down like so. You guys know the drill on this. Same as the last card. This little guy right here that I'm sticking down would probably be a good piece to use with our adhesive sheets. But you guys know me. Why would I want to mess with that and make life easy? I like to tackle things in a true Dawn style. Okay, and I think for this, what should we put on here? Let's go with You're the Sweetest. And let's use Granny Apple Green. Oops, I'm thinking that that's going to be crooked. Let's go ahead and do that again. Don't you like the magic of TV? Okay, that one's better. We'll go with that one. Okay. And let's put this, I guess we're going to do this here. I just grabbed a bunch of stuff and I thought, you know what, let's just play when we get on here live together. We'll put that right there. And then I already put this together. So what would this be? A blackberry, I guess? And we'll stick that on with dimensionals as well. And then I also cut out, as you can see, a whole bunch of flowers. Oh, here's a little heart. I forgot to cut this out. So here's the heart from those dies. Isn't that a cute size? And I tell you what, let's put that on with a little bit of glue. Whoop, come on. There we go. I was waiting for it to go right out at me. And we'll stick that right there. And I think that's all we'll put on it. We'll save those other flowers for a rainy day and call it good. But isn't that adorable? And then you can write your own little sentiment on the inside. Too cute. Too cute. Okay. Here's another card for you. I guess this would be a Dawn Fun Fold. It's very simple. Let's go ahead. And for this card, let's see, I have all my measurements on the back. So I use Granny Apple Green for the card base. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. On the long side, I scored it at 4 and 5 1/2. So I'm going to show you that. So here's the 4-inch, and then here's the 5 1/2, and this is 11 by 4 1/2 piece. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bend it at the score line. Whoops, maybe. There we go. And I need a bone folder here for this. There we go. Now it'll cooperate for me. So I have a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is 1 1/4 by 4. Whoa, jumping right out of my hand. And we're going to go ahead and adhere that to the spine. Oops, get all my stuff out. Can you tell I got glue on me? Oh my gosh. And I hope you didn't see that. I just had to grab something off the floor. I have things flying all over. This is a 4 by 4 piece of basic white. Oops, oh, I don't want to do that yet. See where I have the score line that I made for the binding? I guess this would be called like a book binding. We're going to glue this part down, just this part. Don't glue the whole thing. That would be bad. You'd be really sad. Okay, and then this, oh, and I just got my hands in it, is 4 by 4 white. I'll go ahead and stick that inside as the piece as a liner in the card. And then I have a 4 by 4 piece of the Designer Series paper. Actually 3 3/4 by 4, I'm sorry. And this is 3 3/4 by 4, I believe, on the inside as well. I misspoke. Sorry about that. Okay. So 3 3/4 by 4. I'm gonna go ahead, center it-ish. And then, once again, let's do You're the Sweetest, because that can be used for so many things, right? And again, I'm using Granny Apple Green ink. These labels are so cute. I love the way they design the labels for the sentiments. I'm gonna clean that off before I forget. And put Granny Apple Green into something that I shouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this with dimensionals. Oh, one more. And then I've already made my strawberry. No, I didn't. Oh, I guess I didn't. I'm gonna put it together with you guys. I thought I did. Usually I do all that stuff ahead. So as you can see, now what I did with this one, I decided to do something a little bit different. I used cherry cobbler and strawberry slush. It almost looks like a guitar pick, doesn't it? But anyway, I put them together so the berries have dark seeds, I guess you want to call them, on the outside. So let's go ahead and glue these together. Just itty bitty bits of glue. Do, 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 do. You like the sound effects with that? And glue those little guys together. And then we have our very cute little stem. And notice how it does that little imprint when you cut it out. Isn't that cute? And I'm saying the word cute quite a bit today, aren't I? All right. And put that on our berry. That almost looks good enough to eat. I'm going to stick it on with a dimensional. Just like so. And then I'm going to bring back my embellishments. And we'll use these here, the strawberry slush dots. I'm gonna put one up here and one down there. Almost done with this one. And then I just cut a piece of ribbon to tie around my binding. Now, I'm not really good doing this, honestly. Whenever I tie, trying to do this directly on a card, it's always almost too loose. So I'm attempting to do something that I'm really not good at on camera. I'm being very brave today. But seriously though, I would rather do that faux thing, you know, where you can glue the ribbon behind the paper and then just attach the bow and it looks like it's all together. Well, for this, you really can't do that. But anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look pretty good? I'm going to trim off the tails a little. Okay, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually technically the 5th card. Now I want to show you guys some other things. So like I said, I just kept going and going and going with this. So I made this little card holder. So you could do this to give to like a little gifty to a friend if you wanted to. It's really simple to make. So if you guys have the patience to hang with me a little bit longer, say yes if you do, and I will show you really quick how to make the basics of this holder. But as we open it up, it flips open, and I have 5 cards and 5 envelopes in here. So I wanted to show them to you. This card, I'm going to have to give Lisa Curcio credit for it. I cased it completely. I loved it and I had to make it. So it pops open like this and like that. Isn't that adorable? And so this keeps it shut. Love that. And again, I love that ribbon. For the ribbon, she gave a really cool tip to use tear and tape for your ribbon so it completely stays in place, which I loved. I mean, I would not have thought to do that. And a cool tip. Here is, I guess, a double gatefold book binding card, I guess, if you want to call it that. So this here, I cut out from the designer paper, and it holds it shut, and then it pops open like this. So this is kind of like a fun fold, isn't it? Technically. And then we have, I don't know if this is called a gatefold. Like that. Cute. So some are more simple-ish than others, and that's okay, right? And then the strawberry holds this one together. So yeah, I'm going to be using this one for the product class for the end of April, I think. And then another gatefold. So cute, so much fun. So anyway, Evelyn says yes. Okay, so we'll go through it really quick. So you guys get the basics of it. We won't sit and decorate it and all that stuff. But it is really super easy to make, actually. And you could do this with any designer series paper. It's a great way to use up your designer series paper. I know you have some. I know you do. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in, let's make sure I can remember. I did bring a cheat sheet on how I did this. We'll see if I can remember. All right, so this, I'm using Strawberry Slush because I'm pulling the colors that are in the designer series paper. To give you guys some measurements, this piece of Strawberry Slush is 6 3/4 by 11. On the short side, I scored in 1 inch each side. On the long side, I scored, let's see here, at 4 inches and 5 inches. Oh, excuse me. Yes. I had to think about that. On the long side, I scored at 4 inches and 5 inches. On the short side, I scored 1 inch in on each side. Okay. So let's go ahead and, first of all, I need some scissors. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up to the 1 inch score line, this tab on this side and this tab on this side. And then I'm going to make a little, I call them a wedgie. I know that sounds funny. But anyway, it just helps, so it's going to cooperate a little bit better for me when we make our box. and doesn't get in our way. So I'm doing the same on this little tab here. Okay. All right, and then what we're going to end up doing, I guess I need a bone folder that would help. And we're going to fold in, oops, I want to do it this direction. That's right. So have you ever wondered, like when you score your paper, you guys are going to laugh at me, okay? I know, but I have weird ways of remembering things, right? When you associate something. So when you score, you get this little hump on one side, right? And the indentation on the other. So once at a retreat, I said, so how do you know which side is best to fold into? And you know what she said to me? You guys are going to giggle, but I remembered it. And I've remembered it ever since. She goes, you know that little hump there? You got to hide the worm. I said, what? She goes, hide the worm. And she's like, you know, that looks like a worm. I'm like, oh, okay. But you know what? I've never forgotten it. So I always hide the worm. I know. You never know what you're going to get when you're hanging out with me, you guys. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to put glue on these two tabs. I am using multi-purpose glue, but let's see here. I want to go, I think, this route. Yeah. And it's going to take a second. I should have used Terran tape, or you could use Seal Plus, which would also work. I mean, liquid glue is great, but it just takes a couple seconds for it to adhere to itself, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and take this piece. Actually, I should have done it the opposite way. But you know what? It's okay. It's a gift. And if somebody doesn't like it, you can take it back and put it on your shelf and admire it yourself. Okay, so we're going to take this flap and we're going to put adhesive on this tab and this tab. See, these should have actually been hidden, but again, it's okay. I don't fret over that kind of thing. Now you're saying, Dawn, that looks like a really goofy looking box. But you'll see what we do with it in a second here. All right. And here we go. So now you have something that looks like this. So now you're going to take your Designer Series paper. And let's see here. The Designer Series paper is 4 3/4 by 12. On one of the short ends, I scored it at 1 inch. And then what I'm going to do, and you need to decide which do I want to show out. Like for an example, I used the same Designer Series paper. I have more of the blue side showing, and the tab is showing this lighter color. I almost thought about doing this one so that we have, well, wait, no. Oh my goodness. So that we would have more of this showing out. What do you guys think? Should we do it the same or should we do it different? I don't know. I'm perplexed. But anyway, and you guys are very quiet. And I know that this lags, so it's like a matter of waiting 10, 15, 20 seconds by the time you hear me and then type in your answer. But what you'll want to do is then take the flap and glue it to, depending on which you want to showcase on your box. And then what you're going to do is adhere this to the back of the box. And then it's going to flip to the front. Now, what I did is I scored this, I believe, oh, I know how I did it. So before I attached this, and I really wanted a nice, crisp score line, I just went ahead, I attached it to the back then I took this like so into my paper trimmer and I scored it just above where the Designer Series paper and the cardstock meet. Very lightly because, again, you know, Designer Series paper is not as thick as our cardstock. So that way, when I flipped it around to the front, you have your nice crisp edge. Now, if you'd rather have it looking like that, that's fine. Or just pinch it with your fingers, that's fine. I like it to be nice and straight, so that's how I did it. And it seemed to then flip to the front nicely. Now, if you wanted to be, I don't know, a little more, I don't know, polished, I guess is a good word, you could use a Velcro dot to Velcro this shut. But I think it lays pretty nice without that and being able to open it. You see what I mean? So anyway, I wanted to show you that. Also, I have a couple of other things. Now, if you guys make one of these boxes, show me. I want to see for sure. But let's show you the rest of these cute little mason jars that were made. So I can show you guys what I did with that two-tone cardstock. So, of course, we have our berries. And then we have our peaches. Then we have lemon for like lemon curd. How many of you guys love lemon curd? That's like one of my favorite things. I could like eat that out of the jar. And then here's blackberries and blueberries. And then of course we have to have apples, right? So I took that same die, but instead of making peaches, we now have apples, and both red and green apples. So kind of fun there. What else did I want to show you? I guess that was pretty much everything. I just wanted to save these for last. And if you really get bored, you can cut out a whole bunch of these if you don't have an e-cutter and cut them out by hand out of the designer paper. I also did a lot of coloring before I colored or cut all these out. And I have a lot of blueberries, strawberries. So it makes, when you want to put some more cards together, really super easy, right? All the hard work is done. You just get to play. And here are some of those other pieces. So I could make like a lemon or a lime or an orange slice, all those things. So a lot of fun with this whole suite plus another bundle. It's so darn cute. So let's bring in all of the things again for you guys to check out here. So we have these and this here and our cards for the day. Let me know, what is your favorite, you guys? Which do you like the best? I can't make up my mind. I think they're all darn cute. And here's another one and another one. So I don't know what we're going to do for next week yet. I'm undecided, but it'll be fun, whatever it is, and overly cute. So thanks again, you guys, for joining me today for Sunday Crafternoon. I will see you next week, which I believe is the 8th. And all this stuff will have already been able to be grabbed up as well. So that's exciting. But remember that on Tuesday, the March Online exclusives will go live. So you'll be able to get your hands on all of this, along with a lot of other pretty things. And like I said, I'll be back next week, which is the 8th. March 15th, I will be gone, and then we'll resume again. I believe it's on the 22nd of March. But stay tuned, because when I'm at Onstage, I'll try to go live and also share lots of pictures of some pretty things. All right, you guys have a great week. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and we will create soon. Bye-bye.